money, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go, your man, with my name in your mouth. I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate, yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the...
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The throw on second down is Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Hey, hey, 20.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Over!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Gone! Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll try and run with her fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Deep. Go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Complete to Washington. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
On fourth down, Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now a carry here for their fullback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Gun! Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat him to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. The gun now on 3rd down. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on his...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Timmy Jernigan busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're going to look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Tannehill on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Tannehill. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He shakes it off. And pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. from the pistol. They run it with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll set up to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is caught at the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Bell. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Tannehill. Goes underneath for Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable now for Woodson. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the Steelers set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good. But maybe, yeah, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Go. Play.
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Hey, 20.
Tannehill on third down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Timmy Jernigan able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
Detroit! Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go. 28.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from second to third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey, 20.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Tannehill now to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hughes. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The give is to Bell. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Tannehill going to throw it. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Clay! Hip! Go! Motion! Bumps up the helmet! Here we go!
Tannehill on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Tannehill. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will get him one closer. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in your